Yeah, so there's two main areas that you need to look at. The first one involves, call it the trans-theoretical model of change, but like behavioral change and the behavioral component of patients. But then the other part is really it's a blanket term called the process of care. And that encompasses everything from a patient gets referred to your clinic, what happens? Like how do you do patient onboarding? How do they schedule appointments? How do they access or communicate with the clinicians? How is treatment delivered? Like the entire process. And you can break that out into several different areas, but the main ones that you'll see the biggest bang for your buck is really at your front desk. So where you see they're usually the first people your patients see, and they're usually the first people your patients talk to. So how, like, for example, a phone call, like an initial inquiry phone call, someone hears about you, they call your clinic looking for your services. Like, how is that phone call handled? What information are you looking for? Are you looking for insurance coverage and getting verified? Or are you really taking the time, or is your staff taking the time to listen to the patient, to hear what their story is and whether or not you are a good fit, and whether or not it makes sense to move forward? So if you think about selling or marketing or whatever you want to call it,
right,
it's really a series of steps before somebody gives you the money. And the first step is really probative, right? It's a probative conversation where hey, I heard about you. Is it worth pursuing? And if it is, then you can talk about, well, does it make sense? Can I pay you? Can I afford it?
Yes.
And then the third one is you glide into the value. Like, is it worth me giving my money to you? What kind of value am I going to get in exchange for the money that I'm paying you? Yeah. And then obviously you get to the point where they schedule the appointment. But how your clinic handles that transition, taking somebody from call them a cold lead or call them a initial inquiry, all the way to initial assessment, like how you handle that process really does center on the soft skills, right? Somebody I was just talking to the other day said the soft skills are often the hard skills, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Like interpersonal communication, being able to understand and empathize with your patient and really listen for what is going to be valuable to them is going to lead to more conversions, more people paying you for your services.